What's up, comic book fans, readers, collectors, cover lovers? Everyone is welcome here at NerdyGeeks Comics, no matter how you collect. Today is Friday, July the 18th, 2025, and this is my FOC video for this upcoming Monday. I did a lot better this week on getting my FOC list even lower. I want to say this is probably my lowest FOC in a while. So far so good. That's 2 weeks in a row we've had it under 30, and now this is the third week in a row where it's gone lower than the week before. So here's the list. Okay, so like I said, this is my FOC for this upcoming Monday, July 21st, 2025. First up, we have Absolute Batman number 11. This is cover A by Nick Dragotta. I'm a little behind on this one. I'm 2 issues back. I haven't started the Bane storyline yet, so I need to go back. I think I'm 11 and 10 is all I need to read, but I need to catch up. I've heard some good things about it, so I'm looking forward to reading this. So I'm going to pick up cover A. And here we have Green Lantern Corps number 7. This is cover C by Rian Gonzalez. And like I said, my wife is a big Rian Gonzalez fan. You know, I enjoy her artwork. And my daughter actually likes these type of, little cutout things. So what I do is I'll scan this cover and print it out on a cardstock, and then let my daughter, cut it out and play with it because she likes to do all that little stuff. So, it's a win-win. Here we have I Hate Fairyland number 43. This is cover A by Derek Loffman. Did I say that right? I hope I said that right. It looks easier, but I'm not quite sure. But let's go with Loffman. And, if you started this series, you kind of have to keep up with it. I love all the covers. I love the artwork. It's a great series. My wife really loves this series, so I'm going to continue to keep picking it up for her. And then, of course, we have the cover D, the F Fairyland variant. It's blocked out over there, but apparently I have it written down here, so sorry about that. I Was a Fashion School Serial Killer number 5. This is cover B by Daniel Hilliard, the Bloodbath variant. This continues to be a great series. I have read all 4 issues. All of them have been really good. I'm enjoying where the story's going, and we'll see what happens, if it keeps up. Hopefully it does. Here we have Supergirl number 4. This is cover B by Stanley Artgerm Lau. And, Artgerm does some great covers. If you're a Supergirl fan, of course, you're going to have to pick this up. So I'm looking forward to grabbing this one. The story, again, not the best story, but it's just a fun, entertaining story. It seems like the first 3 issues were a specific little storyline just so we can get familiar with, this version of Supergirl and what she's all about. It feels like that story ended on the last issue, but we'll see if they change it to a new story or if it continues. But it felt like that was the end of that storyline. But so far, I've enjoyed it. It's a fun series, not bad. And here we have the Unchosen number 2. This is cover A by David Marquez. I really enjoyed the first issue. I'm looking forward to reading this one. It's David Marquez. He's writing it. He's doing the artwork in it. His artwork in the book is fantastic. You can tell he really has a passion for this project because his artwork throughout the book has been great. It's one of those, it seems like a post-apocalyptic storyline, but not, well, I can't tell. It got my attention. It has me wanting to learn more about the world, what's going on. It seems like, certain people have powers, certain people don't. If you do have powers, you kind of have to go to school to learn how to wield them. But then there's another faction who also has powers, but feels like there's a certain character that they should, kind of chosen one type of character who one faction believes they should be training, the other faction believes they should be training, and neither faction wants to work together. But I enjoyed the first issue, very anime inspired, but I liked it. I'm going to continue on. Hopefully number 2 is just as good. Here we have Fantastic Four number 1. This is the second printing, 1 in 25 Scotty Young Virgin variant. And if you know anything about these 1 in 25 Marvel books, and especially the Scotties, they can get really hard to find on the secondary market, and they can go for a good, pretty penny. So I'm gonna try and pick this up at a good price. Hopefully I can get it for about $20 or so, and if I can, I'm gonna pick it up. Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe #2. This is cover A by Mark Brooks. I enjoyed the first issue. So I read Godzilla versus the Avengers. Not the best book. I wouldn't recommend it. It was a straight cover buy. I did read Godzilla versus Thor. That was actually a pretty good story. I enjoyed it. And book 1 of this series, you know, it got my attention. I don't think it was as good as Godzilla versus Thor, but it has my attention enough where I'm going to continue to pick this up. I'm going to go ahead and give book 2 a read, and hopefully it's as good as the first, if not better, so I can continue with cover number 3. But there's a lot of great covers here, so if maybe you're not interested in the story, there's some cool covers here. So this obviously looks like Godzilla getting infected by Venom. And here we have the David Watcher Marvelized Ghost Rider Zilla variant. So Godzilla becomes Ghost Rider right here. Actually, that almost looks like that looks more like Mecha Godzilla than Godzilla. Can a mechanical thing become a Ghost Rider? It doesn't seem like it, but that looks like he's wearing armor, so that would make me think Mecha Godzilla more than Godzilla. Either way, it's a cool cover. I'm gonna grab it. And we have the John Tyler Christopher action figure variant. We have King Ghidorah right here. I did pick up the Godzilla one on issue 1 of this, and I'm gonna pick this one up. And if they continue with these action figure variants, I'm gonna continue to pick it up. It'd be cool if we can get a Gigan in there, or maybe Rodan. Megalon would be cool. You know, he's got a ton of, there's so many kaijus in the Godzilla universe that they can do these with. So hopefully they keep them up. They look great, and I'm going to continue to grab them. Here we have Marvel All-on-One #1. That's an odd way to phrase that, but okay. And this is the Storm Peach Momoko variant. Peach Momoko fan. There's a lot of Peach Momoko fans. Art's really nice. Storm's a great character. I'm gonna pick it up. Here we have Marvel Swimsuit Special Friends, Foes, and Rivals #1. This is the second printing by Alexander Lozano. I didn't pick up the first printing, but Alexander Lozano is an artist I really like right now. He's been doing a lot of great work. He put out that Supergirl cover that everybody went crazy for, and then when the second printing came out, everybody went and bought that. He's put out some really nice covers, so I'm going to go ahead and pick this one up. Post Malone's Big Rig #2. This is cover A by Nathan Gordon. I have not read issue 1 yet. I did pick up a few issues of #1. Maria Wolf did some really nice covers on there. Unfortunately, I was not able to get one of the 1 in 500s, nor was I able to get the 1 in 1 of hers. But, you know, I did pick up a few of her, the white cover. That was pretty nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this. I've heard some good things about it, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick up #2 just in case I end up liking #1. And here we go, cover I. This is the Peach Momoko variant. You know, Peach Momoko does some great work. Not always, but I do tend to enjoy her work, so I'm gonna be picking this one up. Psylocke #10. This is cover A by Mahmoud Asrar. I hope I say that right, guys. I'm trying to pronounce things right. You know, I don't want to just give up, but if I did, you know, let me know in the chat, please. And Psylocke, I am a little behind on this. I think I haven't read past issue 6 or 7. I need to get caught up. I did enjoy that first storyline. It's whenever the next storyline picked up that I kind of fell behind. So some new books came out, and I just haven't gone back to read them, but I need to get back onto it. But there's been a lot of great covers in here, and this is one I'm going to pick up. Spider-Girl #3. This is cover A by David Nakayama. I did enjoy issue 1. I have not read issue 2 yet. I did pick it up. I'm going to go ahead and pick this one up because I really did like issue 1. Spider-Girl, I didn't read the Spider-Boy series where she came out, but I did pick these up. I do seem to like her character, her power type. I'm not too knowledgeable with. It seems like she has some type of mimicking power. So if she's gonna fight an opponent, she can almost copy what they do, so she's able to match them. So pretty interesting little power. We'll see how it keeps working. It does seem more like a book for kids, which again, like I always say, is perfectly fine. We need young readers to come in. We need new readers to come in. And if these, Spider-Boy, Spider-Girl, kid pool characters, bring more kids in, then I am completely fine with it, because we need young readers. Because in a lot of the streams I do, I am one of the younger people on there, and that is saying something, because I am by no way a young man anymore. But anyways, I'm going to continue to pick this up until they give me a reason to stop reading it. Here we have Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, Rite of Spring #2. This is cover A by Patrick Horvath. And there's actually a lot of covers to this series. There's actually a virgin variant of this one. I'm only going to be picking up cover A, but just so y'all can see, here's cover B by Tony Fleeks, the movie homage. I'm pretty sure this is, I should know what this is. I want to say it's a Woody Harrelson movie, but I can't think of the name right now. But there's this one. There's also a 1 in 25 virgin variant. Here's cover C, the Elizabeth Beals storybook variant, and there's also a 1 in 50 virgin variant. I'm not sure if this is a Paddington Bear homage or maybe Curious George. I can see it being both one of those. Maybe Pooh, but I think it's one of the first two. I'm going with more with Paddington, but it's a nice book. I'll probably just skip it. Maybe I'll pick up the trade. We'll see. I'm trying to keep that FOC low, guys. I'm trying, really trying. Normally, I would have pre-ordered this one and the one I just showed you. Here, Trekkie, Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, The Seeds of Salvation #1. I, as always, am an unabashed Star Trek fan. I am a Trekkie. I don't care what the label is. It's me. I love Star Trek. I'm going to pick this up. Actually, yesterday, Strange New World Season 3 dropped on Paramount Plus, and I watched the first 2 episodes. Loved them both. I'm looking forward. Hopefully this, gives us some new storylines in between the episodes. And, if it's written anything like the series, I'm going to love it. I love these characters. I love Captain Pike as a character. Una #1 is a great character. Of course we have Spock, and Spock is Spock. But I'm really liking it. Hits that right spot of Star Trek for me. But anyways, this is cover A by Travis Mercer. And there's also a 1 in 25 variant, which it's not a virgin. It's more like it's not black and white. It's more like where the background is, faded out, but the characters are still in color. Not sure, what is that, a color pop variant? I don't know, but that's one's available, but I'm just going to stick with cover A on this one. On cover A for this one, I will be picking up cover B by Christian Ward. Got a nice picture, or nice cover. We have the Enterprise up there. Looks like it's being attacked by some type of space squid or kraken or whatever you want to call it. I always love those classic looking, sci-fi covers, so I'm definitely going to pick this one up. And we have the cover C photo variant. I will be picking this one up. I like to pick up the photo variants. And here we have Lady Gunfighter, Condemnation #1 Premiere Edition. This is not a character I know. I don't know if this is a new character, an old character. I couldn't tell you. I just thought that the cover was pretty cool. And this is Eric Henson, Azura metal variant. I don't know why I got tripped up there, but my dyslexia kicked in and I really got thrown off. But anyways, there's also a color variant of this, but I really like the blue. I love the way that blue looks. I don't know why, but they don't have it in a trade nor in a virgin. They just have it in the metal. So I'm gonna have to pay up the money to get this, but I thought it was great artwork. So I'm picking this one up. And then we have the Jamie Tyndall Supernatural variant. And I am a Jamie Tyndall fan. I've met him a couple of times at 2 different cons. And this is a cool cover. Hopefully I can get it autographed when I go to the NYCC if he's there. But anyways, that's this one right here. And so from here on out, I'm not picking up these books, but I am going to show them to you because J. Scott Campbell has a ton of fans. I am a J. Scott Campbell fan, but I'm not feeling these books. It seems like he took his time to do that Mary Jane cover on The Amazing Spider-Man, and then the rest of these he just kind of rushed out. I get it. You know, he's said himself that he wants to be known as the Mary Jane artist, and he did it. Everybody knows him for his Mary Jane art. We all want that, what is it, Amazing Spider-Man 601 cover. He's got those, what is it, the Renew Your Vows covers that everybody tries to get. There's a ton of Mary Janes he does, and I think he did it again with the one that he released last week on FOC. But the rest of these, it doesn't seem like the best. Like, this is a great Psylocke, but is it his best Psylocke? I'm going to say no. But there's going to be a trade. There's going to be a 100 virgin variant. So if you like it, go grab it. It's just not for me. And I'm trying to save money. Here we have the Amazing Spider-Man number 10. Same thing right here. Here's the 1 in 100. There is going to be a trade. It's okay. Nice Spider-Man. Not for me. If you're a Spider-Man collector, go grab it. Add it to your collection. Now this Wolverine, maybe I'll get it. I actually kind of like this one. The one that we're seeing here is the 1 in 100. If I pick this up, I'm only going to grab the trade unless I can find this really cheap. And I'm talking about 25 or less, which is probably not going to happen for a 1 in 100. It's going to be a hard book to find though. Wolverine number 12, 1 in 100. I doubt there's a lot of shops ordering that many copies of this book. So if you get the 1 in 100, congratulations, because that might be a ghost book. Because Wolverine number 12, just random number. You know, usually this works best with, you know, a number 1 or a number 50. I want to say 100, but not a lot of modern books get to much 50, much less 100. So, but hey, if you pick it up, congrats. It's a nice book, but I'm probably gonna stick with the trade. And here's all the rest of his covers that he's coming out with. And just like last week, today's Friday. FOC is in 3 days and no covers available. I wanted to make sure I got this video up, you know, early on time, you know, in case maybe y'all didn't see something and y'all want to pick it up based on my recommendations, go ahead. But we got the Avengers number 29, Bring on the Bad Guys, Dormammu number 1, Death of the Silver Surfer number 3, Imperial number 3, the New Avengers number 3. I have no idea what characters can be on the covers or what the artwork looks like. Of course, they're all going to have a trade and a virgin. So, you know, I'm not going to pre-order any of these without seeing the art. I'm going to wait. I'm sure I'll be able to pick up a trade because I'm sure these are going to be, you know, ordered high enough where people are going to make sure that, you know, they have enough copies for all the J. Scott Campbell fans. So if there's one of these that I do like, I'm going to grab it, but I'm not going to pre-order them because I need to see the art. I can't just buy books blind anymore. And see, I'm doing better. Before, I would have just bought these blind, but no, not this time. So in total, 3 DC books, 12 indies, 8 Marvel, 13 variants, only 1 ratio. Good for me, only 1 ratio. That's probably a record. I don't remember the last time I had just 1 ratio. And in total, I only have 23 books on my FOC list this week. That is down from last week's 25, which was also down from the weeks before. And I think the week before was even higher. So I think this is 4 weeks in a row I've gotten it down. So that's it, guys. That's my total. So I did better. And please hit the like and subscribe. Click the bell for notifications. Leave me a comment of what you thought of my FOC list. Let me know what books you did put on FOC. Maybe I missed something. We're all human, guys. I can miss a great book, or sometimes I don't find all the books that may be store exclusives. I'm trying to wean off of those too as well. But if I see a really nice store exclusive, I'm gonna try and pick it up. And next week is San Diego Comic-Con, guys. I am excited. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up some of those covers that are coming out, maybe from a web store exclusive or a whatnot stream by, the artist who may be partnering up with a certain retailer. So I'm going to try and pick some stuff up. We'll see what happens, but I got to start saving up. That's why my FOC list is going lower. Because one, I want to start buying more grails. Two, there's a couple statues that I have my eye on that I would like to add to the collection. And three, I got NYCC coming up in October. So we're July. Got 2.5 months to, save up some money. So when I go to NYCC, I can pick up some nice exclusives. Go pick up some pizza somewhere in NYCC. They're famous for it. I didn't get to last time, but this time we're going to be there for 2 days, 2.5 days, something like that. So, I wouldn't mind going and get a slice of pizza somewhere. We'll be staying relatively close. I think 15 minutes walking distance from the Javits Center. So if you've been to NYCC or you're from there, let me know the good places to go eat. Where's a great pizza place where I can go grab a nice slice, the wife and I, that's, within walking distance. We're going to try and avoid Ubers and cabs and everything like that. We're hoping just to, like I said, we're 15-minute walk away from the Javits Center. So help us out. It's our first time actually being at New York to stay and be around. So we want to go do some sightseeing. We want to go see the firehouse from Ghostbusters. So if there's other stuff that's, within a 15-20 minute walk, help us out. Let us know. I'd appreciate it. But anyways, as always, I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see y'all next time.